On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Skeptical.
Doubting that something is accurate or useful.
Examples:
A skeptical attitude. Skeptical scientists. His religious and philosophical beliefs were utterly skeptical.
Environmentalist.
A person who is concerned with and advocates for the protection of the natural environment.
Examples:
Dedicated environmentalist. An environmentalist political party. The environmentalist lobby changed the mindset of many conservative politicians.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, to deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
Starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Sanitation.
The process of maintaining a clean and hygienic environment, particularly in public health and safety contexts. The practice of disposing of waste products in a safe and appropriate manner.
Examples:
Sanitation standards. Poor sanitation. Sanitation workers play a critical role in keeping our cities clean and healthy.
Severely.
Very badly or seriously.
Examples:
Severely burned arm. Criticize him severely. Her company was severely affected by the bank's failure.
Affected.
Influenced, feeling or showing emotion, especially exaggerated emotion, not natural or sincere.
Examples:
Affected way of walking. The affected part. Her affected accent made it difficult to take her seriously.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Session.
A formal meeting or series of meetings for the execution of a particular group's functions, a period spent doing a particular activity.
Examples:
The morning session. The court session. Parliament is now in session.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
Communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Instability.
The state of being unstable or uncertain and likely to change suddenly.
Examples:
Political instability. Instability in currency markets. Lack of sleep and overwork often lead to emotional instability.
Governance.
The act or process of governing or managing a political, social, or economic entity, the systems or principles that guide such processes.
Examples:
Good governance. Corporate governance. The United Nations assists countries in building strong governance frameworks and institutions.
Corruption.
Dishonest, harmful, or illegal behavior, especially of people in positions of power.
Examples:
Corruption accusation. Federal corruption charges. Rampant corruption led to a loss of trust in the government.
Malnutrition.
The condition of having an improper or inadequate diet, typically resulting in weakness, illness, and developmental problems, the state of being undernourished or lacking essential nutrients.
Examples:
Severe malnutrition. Childhood malnutrition. The doctor advised the patient to eat a balanced diet to avoid malnutrition.
Hunger.
A strong desire or craving for something, a feeling of discomfort or weakness caused by lack of food, a chronic condition of insufficient food intake and malnutrition.
Examples:
Hunger pangs. Chronic hunger. Many people in the world suffer from hunger and malnourishment every day.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Migration.
The movement of animals to a new location, frequently as the seasons change.
Examples:
The migration of birds. Overseas migration. There was a migration of impoverished farmers into the towns.
Subsidy.
Money paid by a government or an organization as part of the cost of something to aid or encourage it to happen.
Examples:
Inefficient fossil fuel subsidy. A subsidy for research. The government provided a considerable subsidy to the company.
Barrier.
A fence or other obstruction that makes it hard to move or get in, any condition that makes it difficult to make progress or to achieve an objective.
Examples:
Cost barrier. Information barrier. The police placed a barrier across the street to halt traffic.
Encompass.
To surround or cover something completely, to include a large number of or different types of things entirely.
Examples:
Encompass a broad range. Encompass the enemy. The optimal solution that would encompass all these elements has yet to be proposed.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Prioritize.
To assign a higher level of importance to something compared to other things.
Examples:
Prioritize tasks. Prioritize people over cars. The organization prioritized the needs of the community in its decision-making.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Mosquito.
A small flying insect whose female bites people and animals and sucks their blood, and sometimes transmits serious diseases such as malaria.
Examples:
Mosquito bite. Mosquito repellent. A stagnant water area are breeding ground for mosquitoes.
Peacekeeping.
The act of maintaining peace, especially in conflict-prone regions or between hostile groups, usually through the deployment of a neutral military force or diplomatic initiatives.
Examples:
Peacekeeping efforts. Peacekeeping force. The peacekeeping mission in the war-torn country was challenging but necessary.
Priority.
Something that is more important than other things and should be dealt with first.
Examples:
Priority call. Priority seating for elderly. Her priority is to be a mother.
Economics.
The branch of social science that deals with the production, consumption, and transfer of goods and services.
Examples:
Welfare economics. Economics professor. His class will cover an introduction to agricultural economics.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples:
Evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Substantial.
Fairly large in size, value, or importance.
Examples:
A substantial amount of capital. Have a substantial meal. The pandemic was a substantial business opportunity for certain companies.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. With an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization.
Spot.
A particular location or place, a small round or roundish area, differing in color or feels from the surface around it.
Examples:
Beauty spot. A spot on his honor. This remote spot is rarely visited.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Implicit.
Suggested but not directly expressed.
Examples:
Implicit bias. Give implicit consent. The implicit meaning behind his words was clear, even though he did not explicitly say it.
Unlikely.
Not probable or likely to happen.
Examples:
Unlikely event. It is unlikely that he would win the game. The passage of the bill is unlikely.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
Propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Consensus.
General agreement or accord in the judgment or opinion reached by a group as a whole.
Examples:
A public consensus. Consensus among scientists. The two parties have reached a consensus.
Economical.
Providing a satisfactory return on the money, time, or effort, not using more money, fuel, etc. than necessary.
Examples:
Economical use of her time. An economical meal. It is more economical to wash your plastic bottle and reuse it.
Likewise.
In the same way.
Examples:
Do likewise. Please revise likewise. He is tall and likewise strong.
Outcome.
The result or effect of an action, event, etc.
Examples:
Improved student outcomes. A desirable outcome. They awaited news of the outcome of the election.
Prefect.
A governor or high-ranking official in ancient Rome or some other countries, especially in France.
Examples:
The office of prefect. Prefect of police. The school prefect was responsible for maintaining discipline and following rules.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Malaria.
A severe disease caused by a parasite that is spread by the bite of an infected mosquito.
Examples:
Malaria mosquitoes. Malaria endemic area. Many people in tropical countries die from malaria every year.
Climatology.
The scientific study of climate and weather patterns and their causes and effects.
Examples:
Climatology research. Marine climatology. Climatology data shows that the Arctic has been warming faster than other regions of the world.
Disgust.
A strong feeling of dislike or disapproval.
Examples:
Public disgust. Show disgust at his actions. He was filled with disgust and fear for the threat of war.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Backward.
At, to, or toward the direction or place that is behind or rear.
Examples:
Walk backward. Backward angle. She falls over backward when she sees her mother-in-law.
Offend.
To cause someone to feel upset, angry, or annoyed.
Examples:
Offend his sensibilities. Offend a customer. His rude comments offended many people at the party.
Disagree.
To have or express a different opinion, idea, etc.
Examples:
Disagree about a particular issue. Disagree with a plan. I disagree for reasons already stated above.
Inefficient.
Lacking the ability or skill and not making the best use of time, money, energy, etc.
Examples:
Inefficient use. Inefficient management. The system is still so inefficient that it is useless.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Postpone.
To delay or reschedule something to a later time or date.
Examples:
Postpone meeting. Postpone event. Due to inclement weather, the game has been postponed until next week.
Flood.
A large amount of water flowing beyond its normal limits, an overwhelming number or amount.
Examples:
Flood advisory. A flood of questions. These heavy rains caused flash floods on several islands.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Equation.
The act of regarding as equal. Mathematics, a statement that expresses the equality of 2 expressions by connecting them with the equal sign.
Examples:
the equation of poverty with ignorance. A chemical equation. In this class, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Incidence.
The frequency or rate at which a particular event or condition occurs within a specific population, group, or area. The occurrence or manifestation of something, especially something harmful or unpleasant.
Examples:
incidence rate. High incidence of disease. The incidence of crime has decreased in the neighborhood since the new security measures were put in place.
Infect.
To affect a person, an animal, or a plant with a disease-causing organism.
Examples:
infect other animal species. Infect a computer with a virus. Children often infect parents with this head cold.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
the percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
nation state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Enliven.
To make something more interesting, active, or appealing, to give life or energy to something, often by adding new or creative elements.
Examples:
Enliven a party. Enliven a conversation. The party music helped enliven the atmosphere and get people dancing.
Astound.
To surprise or shock someone with wonder very much.
Examples:
Astound everyone. Astound the viewer. The final result was nothing short of astounding.
Accrue.
Of a benefit or sum of money, to increase or accumulate in number or amount over a period of time.
Examples:
Accrue to the general treasury. Benefits accrue to the community. 2% interest will accrue on your savings account.
Poverty.
The condition of being extremely poor.
Examples:
Poverty alleviation. The cycle of poverty. Many studies have investigated the relationship between poverty and academic achievement.
Radical.
Relating to the essential aspects of anything, far beyond the norm, mainly used of opinions and actions.
Examples:
A radical flaw in the plan. A radical cure. The government established by the coup was more radical than before.
Micronutrient.
Vitamins and minerals needed by the body in very small amounts.
Examples:
Micronutrient supplements. Antioxidant micronutrient. A diet rich in micronutrients can help prevent deficiencies and maintain good health.
Zinc.
A metallic element that is found in small amounts in the Earth's crust and is used in the manufacture of brass and alloys, and is required to maintain humans' health.
Examples:
Good source of zinc. Zinc deficiency. Zinc supplements are often recommended for people who are deficient in this mineral.
Iodine.
A chemical element with the symbol I and atomic number 53, a bluish-black crystalline solid that is necessary for the production of thyroid hormones in the human body, commonly used in antiseptics, disinfectants, and medical treatments.
Examples:
Iodine deficiency. Organic iodine. I need to buy iodine tablets for my camping trip to purify water.
Vitamin.
Any of a group of organic compounds that are essential in small quantities to the diet and are present in natural foodstuffs or sometimes produced within the body.
Examples:
Rich in vitamin D. Vitamin deficiency. Vitamin C is important for immune system function and skin health.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Inroad.
An advance, progression, or incursion into unfamiliar territory, typically involving force or aggression, a significant or detrimental effect or invasion on a person, organization, or situation.
Examples:
Inroad on privacy. Inroad on individual rights. The company made significant inroads into the international market with its innovative products.
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples:
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Prevention.
The action, process, or strategy of stopping something undesirable or harmful from happening. The act of preventing, interfering, or hindering unwanted events or outcomes.
Examples:
Prevention of crime. Prevention strategy. The company will need to invest in fire prevention equipment to ensure the safety of its employees.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Pessimistic.
Tending to see the worst aspect of things, or expecting the worst possible outcome.
Examples:
Take a pessimistic view of life. Pessimistic for our survival. She was unduly pessimistic about her future.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Fairly.
To a certain extent or degree, without favoring one party in an even-handed manner.
Examples:
Fairly accurate. Have a fairly clear view. He deals fairly with his employees.
Cheaply.
In a stingy or inexpensive manner.
Examples:
Cheaply available. Buy stock cheaply. You can live very cheaply in Southeast Asia.
Odd.
Strange or unexpected, not divisible by two.
Examples:
In an odd way. Odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assign or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Brad.
A small, thin wire nail with a slight projection at the top, used for fixing or fastening materials together.
Examples:
Brad nail. Brad fastener. I picked up a box of Brads from the hardware store for my weekend project.
Latrine.
A public or communal toilet, usually located outdoors or in the military, camping, or other semi-permanent settings.
Examples:
Outdoor latrine. Army latrine. During the exercise, the troops were forced to use a makeshift latrine in the field.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Boring.
Lacking interest or excitement, tedious or dull.
Examples:
Boring work. Boring day. The lecture was so boring that many people fell asleep.
Objection.
A reason or statement expressing disapproval or dissent.
Examples:
Take objection. Objection to a rule. There were several objections raised during the meeting.
Posit.
To suggest or accept something as fact or as a basis for argument or consideration.
Examples:
Posit the existence of life after death. Posit the premise. We should posit several hypotheses to discuss the matter.
Halve.
To divide something into two equal parts, to reduce something by half its original amount or size.
Examples:
Have the price. Have the workload. I need to have the recipe to make just enough for 2 people.
Bush.
A plant growing thickly with many small branches and several stiff stems coming up from the root.
Examples:
Trees and bushes. A bush of hair. I am going to trim this bush off.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day.
Inevitably.
In a manner that cannot be avoided or prevented.
Examples:
Inevitably decline with age. Inevitably reach the consumer. Because of his excellent performance, he will inevitably be promoted.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Invite.
To ask someone to come or join, to offer an opportunity or possibility for something to happen or take place.
Examples:
Invite guests. Invite criticism. We want to invite you to our annual charity event.
Requirement.
Something that is needed or wanted.
Examples:
Meet requirement. School requirement. What is the entry requirement for this course?
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Scope.
The range of one's perceptions, thoughts, or actions, or a subject that.
Examples:
Scope of a project. Have broad scope. The scope of human thought is diverse.
Seminar.
A group meeting or class for discussion, teaching, or training on a particular subject.
Examples:
Business seminar. Academic seminar. I'm attending a leadership seminar next week. Stud. A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud, wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Assemble.
To collect in one place as a single group.
Examples:
Assemble your colleagues. Assemble a jigsaw puzzle. The president began to assemble an army.
Triage.
The process of sorting or categorizing patients or other items by severity or priority to determine the order in which they should be treated or handled.
Examples:
Triage system. Triage nurse. In the aftermath of the hurricane, the military set up a triage center to assist with medical emergencies.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Frank.
Honest and sincere, open and candid in expression.
Examples:
Frank and open discussion. Make a frank apology. Full involvement means frank and prompt responses.